Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Another beautiful day here. I don't know if our season is changing to the drier season or if we're just getting a little bit drier spell, but we're definitely waking up to some nice sunny mornings. And I'm just finishing off a little smoothie here. It's about, I don't know, 11:30. I've been doing a little work this morning and thought I would do a video. Uh, this is a good prop here because this is a real simple smoothie, which goes well with the theme of this video. This is just simply mango. I have a couple of mangoes in here. I think I had 3 bananas in here. Had just a little bit of sugarcane juice left over and was also almost frozen, so it was kind of slushy. And I put about a tablespoon of my green barley juice powder. Green barley juice powder, something like that. It's a good brand, but yeah. And it just, I was thinking about this video yesterday, and this morning after the way I ate, I said, well, today's a good time to do it because the morning I led into it perfectly. I had 2 nice big mangoes for breakfast this morning. That was my first one of the day, i.e. a mono meal. And then this is the second one. So probably those 2 mangoes and this smoothie will be my nourishment until noon. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about those mono meals and just simplicity in general, or more about simplicity. I'm not like, it's not like I make this effort to do lots of mono meals, but I kind of find my way, I kind of find myself just being led in certain directions on this lifestyle. I just all of a sudden I'm eating differently, or I'm doing something, or I've made just the slightest change. And sometimes it even takes me a while to observe that and be like, oh, I've been doing this a lot lately. Well, the last few months I've been eating a lot more of my meals. They've been a lot less complicated, especially the daytime stuff. And I've been having a lot more of like water-based, like higher content water fruits in the mornings than I had when I was at the beach. I got a little lazy down there and was only doing, banana and ice cream most mornings. But still, that was mono mealing, and that's why, even though the bananas don't go through you quite as fast as the higher water content fruit, it's still a good mono meal. And the reason I like these mono meals is because, everybody likes to throw that one out. What did primal man do? What did our ancestors do? What did most species do? But it is valid up to a certain point. And I just don't, in any stretch of the imagination, I can't think like our ancestors, our primitive ancestors, like, being so meticulous and fussy and making sure they had a little bit of this and a little bit of that to put in the pot and this and da 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 da. They probably came up on food, and when you came up on food, you ate and you stocked up on that food. If you came up on a fruiting tree or some sort of plant, and that was indigenous to your area, and that was something that was part of your diet, you probably just laid into that and just ate your fill on that. And you ate until you were satisfied, and then you stopped. Or they stopped, and then maybe they took some for later, or noted it and came back, or stayed around the tree or whatever the plant was until, they had pretty much eaten it dry. So, I do think that is actually one of the most natural ways of living. If we want to get into how are we designed, how are we meant to live, I think our ancestors would have done lots of mono meals. I think other species do lots of mono meals just because it's practical and it's there. The mono meals, one thing that I like about them is just, I've got really good digestion anyway, because I'm kind of constantly eating so much fruit and leafy greens and what have you, that I have no problem with my digestion. But it's just a little bit different when the simpler you're keeping it with those mono meals. I mean, that's the easiest digestion your body has right there. Just one fruit. It's easy for your body to process that. It takes the least amount of energy for your body to process those mono meals. And it gives your body energy to do other things other than just, be processed. And just a little quickie on that, the heavier eating, the more your body's having to work to digest that. the more energy it's having to use to digest that, and that energy is being taken away from other areas where it could be used. So the mono meals, they just work. When people write questions, a lot of times, like I've told you, I've mentioned this before, I get perplexed at a lot of things I get asked just simply because, well, I don't know. It's just not within what I do. I try to imagine things outside of my experience, but it's almost like, how do I say this? It's almost like I lose attention. My attention span isn't very long when I start reading, like, or somebody will show me a photo and then this had this, and then I added this and blah, 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 blah. Well, my attention span, I'm like, God, I can't keep up with that. I mean, I like it simple. I like to keep those ingredients, you know, to a minimum. Even in my smoothies, they may seem a little busy sometime, but to me, they don't seem as busy as some. I mean, they've got basic categories. I got my fruit in there. Well, depending on what kind. You know, my morning smoothies tend to be having less greens in there other than a powder, but I put my fruits in there. I put my greens in there. I put my omega-3s in there because I think those omega-3s in the smoothies are a good place to put them. Or that's how I like to take mine in. I'm not real much into eating the chia seeds other than just putting them in a smoothie. Hemp seeds I'll use on different things. But yeah, that's just the way that I roll with my smoothies. I see some of these that I put a half tablespoon of this, a teaspoon of this. They got 15 ingredients, and I mean, you know, just without getting down into the details of it, your body's just dealing with 15 different substances, natural or not. Now, like I say, I mean, I know some people, you've got those people out there that are going to go all the way, and they may do mono meals and these simplistic meals all the time. Now, for the rest of us, yeah, we're going to eat. We got recipes. But without going so far, so radical and doing nothing but mono meals, you can keep your diet really simple. And when I look back, you know, I reflect at times and think about, like, if I'm eating a certain way right now and I reflect back on some way I've eaten in the past, I'm always feeling a little extra oomph when I'm eating the simplest, like when I'm having some mono meals during the day, some simple smoothies, and then a salad in the evening with, say, just a simple dressing like my mango and red pepper. When I'm eating very simple, not very many ingredients to combine, I just feel that next level thing. It's hard to explain because, you know, when you get a little bit cleaner, when you've eaten this lifestyle for a while, you start kind of feeling things in very small increments. You start getting very aware. So you will notice a subtlety in things that you might not have noticed before. Or in the beginning, it's not subtle things. When you first come to the plant-based lifestyle and you start getting cleaner and cleaner, you're noticing things by leaps and bounds, like there's big things that are changing, what have you. But when you get a little bit further down the line, you have to look a little bit more for the subtleties to see, okay, am I heading in the right direction here? But the simpler I eat, adding in those high water content fruits, yeah, I feel like I'm honing it down. I mean, who knows how many years it'll take me until I'm really feel like, I don't think you'll ever be there. And it's all a lot of fun. I mean, I don't obsess over it in anything. It's just what I do. And I got lots of fruits and vegetables to experiment with. But yeah, always go towards the simple, whatever you're doing. And this doesn't necessarily even have to apply to the fully raw thing. Even if you're eating cooked vegan food, raw to fork, whatever, you can still make meals that are simple. You can still, you know, look to combine things in a way that are going to digest the easiest in your body. That's what it all comes back to for me, is the digestion. I totally, like, I don't know how everybody else monitors themselves or kind of evaluates how they're doing, but I totally evaluate myself by how my digestion is, how I'm eliminating, regularity, just different things like that. And I find with these, the simplicity is always going to be the best. The other stuff, it just, even if you notice the people that are really succeeding on the lifestyle, you have a ton, I would say the vast majority that are succeeding on the raw vegan lifestyle are doing it pretty much simple. The people that are kind of struggling, floundering, always having a hard time with it, falling off, getting back on, getting super extreme, getting super off track, they're probably, I find most of the times they're not keeping it simple, and that could be a lot of the problem. Anyhow, hope you guys like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button below, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Love you guys. Peace.